Hugh, just the pride and the check mark of going undefeated at home in a season. Is that a big accomplishment? Is that an expected accomplishment?
I mean, it's great. It's certainly not something that we've articulated as a goal or whatever. I mean, the outcome goals for us are more about trying to win the conference and seeing how far we can go in the tournament. But certainly nice for the fans and nice for everybody to have a good run at the PAV. Yeah, that was great.
What do you look to as some of the things that you're still looking as pieces to kind of add or things to improve on?
I still think the defensive side of things presents a really big opportunity for us to improve. Just especially blocking. We've got some things we're trying to get better at there, and I think there's some flaw. I think our defense is pretty good. I think we dig a lot of balls, but I think we can be better in some phases of our defense. So we're trying to see if we can increase that this week or get some of those things in place. Yep.
What is your philosophy with having one-on-one talks with players? How often do you do that, and how has that evolved over your kind of coaching career?
I think it's important to have regular meetings with the athletes, just to keep in touch. Mainly the idea behind it is that trust is the currency, I think, that makes high-functioning teams work, and you can't just assume that everything's in place. I think you got to continue to build relationships and certainly make sure these athletes know that we care about them above and beyond whatever they bring to the table athletically, because their lives are obviously so much more complex than that. So that's really the driving force behind it.
How much has that changed over your coaching career?
I've coached women's collegiate volleyball this is my 7th season. So it's always been something that we've tried to do, but I think I've given it more structure probably in the last 4-ish years, maybe 5, I'm not sure. Initially, I was just trying to get the temperature in the room. So, I think it's been good. Yeah, you can check with the athletes. Maybe they think it's a huge waste of time, but I really enjoy connecting with them and seeing what else is going on in their lives. Yeah.
Is it mostly volleyball? Is it off the field stuff? How's the mix?
Yeah, probably all of that. We talk a little bit about volleyball, but also if they want to talk about school or talk about life or ask questions about different things or what's your favorite color? Who knows? We can take it any direction that they want. Really, it's their time, and they can drive the conversation, and easy enough. What else we got?
You were inducted into the International Volleyball Hall of Fame. How special was it to kind of be here and kind of have that officially happen while with your team?
Yeah, it was. I was very conflicted. Obviously, the initial plan was to go. My mother had flown over from New Zealand. My sister had come from London, and we were all ready to go. We had the tickets and the hotels and everything, but so we'd all signed off on it on Monday. I think the admin, the team, everyone knew that I was planning not to be here on Saturday. But then I woke up in the middle of the night and I just was very aware of the fact that with this team and the way we're playing and the things that are going on, it's a great season. And, there's certainly a great group, no question. But there just seemed to be a higher risk than the potential reward of attending the banquet. There were 4 days of celebrations for the Hall of Fame, and I was going to miss 3 of them. So it's not like I was missing. I mean, I missed a little bit more, but I was already missing the lion's share. And it seemed that to go and somehow make it about me at a time where it certainly didn't need to be about me wasn't the right thing. So the induction happened. They still put me in there, which was great, and I'll get a chance to go to Holyoke and see that at some point with my family. But it felt like it was the right thing to do to stay, and it ended up being a very special night. So it was great.
Did your mom or sister change their plans?
No, they still came, and we had a great few days. Actually, my sister left today to go back to London, but they were there on Saturday night, and it was cool, really great. Nice to share it with our fans and the team, and obviously to continue the team's success and feel like I was honoring my commitment to the program. I think that was really good. Yeah.
How often do they get to watch you guys?
On TV a little. Through the internet a little bit. Yeah. BTN doesn't make it down to New Zealand, so but the internet does. So they can do it that way. Yeah.
With the goal, obviously, getting a team to peak, conference tournament, NCAA tournament, team looks like it's playing pretty well as
Yeah.
of late as it is. How do you continue to make sure that team peaks when they need to, when they're playing at such a high level all year?
Well, I think the idea over the course of a 3 to 4 month season, you know, that you're going to somehow be at your zenith at a particular time is a nice idea, but the reality of it is that it's seldom that way. I think it's more about trying to narrow our bandwidth of variance so that we can be more consistent, and certainly add more layers of mastery as the season continues. But you know, there are so many different things, especially in a league like ours where you're playing, you know, a top 5, top 10, top 20 team every week. You know, you can't say that you're going to try to be, you know, good on this weekend and mail it in on another weekend. We're just not afforded that luxury. So the idea of consistency and incremental gains, you know, those marginal improvements that we can make from week to week, they become the things that are driving us. And to this group's credit, I think one of the things they've been particularly good at is making sure that they take responsibility for who they are and not somehow let our success or our failure or, you know, the external variables somehow those don't get into the gym too much. You know, they still come to work and get after it. They still come to practice and train hard, and they do it right in the weight room, and they're getting it done in the classroom. You know, they're really taking responsibility for the things that they can control, I guess.
Going back to the Hall of Fame, being the first person ever inducted from New Zealand, how much of an honor is that for you?
It's so incredibly surreal that I don't really know how to say anything about it. You know, I started playing volleyball in 1985, and it was really because I had a small altercation with my basketball coach at the time. And I thought volleyball looked good, and I knew their coach. He was a cool guy. He was my physics teacher, and the guys on the volleyball team seemed like a good bunch of dudes, and some of them are still my friends today, actually. So that was the genesis of it all. And so to be inducted into the Hall of Fame in a sport that's still small in New Zealand, you know, more known for rugby and sailing and other things like that, and, you know, cricket and other goofy Commonwealth sports, you know, to be in that, it's so far beyond anything I could have ever imagined. And I don't think you start. It's not like in 1985 I started playing volleyball and thought, well, here we go, I'm going to be in the Hall of Fame. There was none of that. But just it's so surreal. I mean, it's such an incredible thing, and you know, maybe one day I'll be able to describe it for you. But it just seems unlikely. How about that? Is the best term to describe it. Yeah.
Anything else for Coach?
All right. Thanks, everybody.